With the release of the latest next-gen patch, here is a close-up of what the adaptive triggers feels like for Tona, Cortex and Dingo on the PS5. Let's go through them one by one, and starting off with Tona. I'll explain what it feels like later on, but take a look at this first. So as you can see, the R2 button behaves around Tona like a boomerang of some sort. The moment you press down, it gives a very snappy feeling, and immediately after that it pushes you back. And this certainly makes sense because Tona is basically throwing out her hook and then pulling it back. I'm purposefully pressing the trigger down very softly to confirm that it does indeed pushes your finger back up. Also, it does have some very mild vibration, but nothing too crazy. Now let's move on to Cortex, and you might want to slightly increase your sound volume for this. So as you can see, for Cortex's case, it's actually pretty straightforward. It behaves like a trigger of a gun, and you can definitely hear the snappiness from the clip before this. It is slightly similar like Tona's, but with more resistance, but without the actual pushback. I do have to add on that it sometimes seems to fire twice if you hold it down for too long. Nothing too serious, but I guess I should point that out anyway. Alright, let's go to the best boy of the series, Dingo. Here is his adaptive trigger feedback. So Dingo's feedback is way different than the other two, first of which there is no snappiness to it. Instead, you can push the button down without any sudden stop, but it does have quite a strong resistance to it the further you push down the R2 button. And from the close-up shot near the end there on the controller, you can see that there is a decent amount of vibration going on as well, way more than the other two. Unfortunately, the video doesn't do its justice here, but I can confirm that it definitely feels legit when you try it out for yourself. So there is of course many other functions as well for this next gen patch, such as the haptic feedback upgrade for instances. I can't really do a video about that as you have to feel it out for yourself, but hopefully this gives you an idea of the adaptive triggers function. Overall, I feel that it is actually quite a decent start for the adaptive triggers, but I was hoping that the haptic feedback could do more, as it still feels quite empty while breaking crates, and breaking crates is what we always do in a Crash Bandicoot game, so it kind of feels weird why it doesn't have any haptic feedback function for it. But hey, everything else is pretty good, from the graphical upgrade to the triggers function, so on and so forth. I would like to hear your opinion on this though. If you have a PS5, what is your experience of this next gen upgrade? It would be really fun to read your comments, and I love discussing this sort of newly added features with you guys. All in all, I think they did a magnificent job with the next gen upgrade as a whole, and I really hope to see more next gen games as ambitious like CTR or perhaps the next Crash game. Oh, and by the way, the load times is crazy good as well. I suggest you to watch it here, as I did multiple testings with different loading scenarios, and I truly hope to see you there. This is the Viperian signing off. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in that video.